When you begin to have children, you will likely need to change the way you manage your money. Most people plan for things like formula, diapers, and daycare, but there are other financial areas where you need to make changes as well. Proper planning with aspects like budgeting, life insurance, and savings can help you avoid accumulating new baby debt. Welcome back to another episode of Living Fire. If you never want to miss an upload, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Childcare costs. The cost of daycare is expensive, and if you plan to continue working after you have a child, you will need to plan ahead for childcare costs. In 43 states and the District of Columbia, the average price of center-based care for an infant exceeds 10% of the state median income for a married couple with children, according to a 2019 report from Child Care Aware of America. Whether you are planning on having one parent stay at home or both work full-time, you will need to adjust your budget accordingly. Number 1, accept gifts given and help offered. When you first have a baby, lots of friends and family will want to help you. They will offer to help you with babysitting, bring you gifts, or cook your meals. Take the help. You might be able to save on hiring a nanny or on sending your baby to daycare right away. The great thing about baby gifts and hand-me-downs is that most people tend to give you stuff you'll actually use. You can save a ton of money as a result of the gifts you get, since you won't need to go out and buy them. Life and healthcare insurance changes. Many healthcare plans will cover baby visits under the Affordable Care Act. However, babies are prone to childhood illnesses, and it is important to budget additional money for unexpected trips to the doctor's office and medication. If your children have allergies, you may end up paying more for formula or need additional services or therapies if there are complications. Building up a cushion, as well as an emergency fund, can make managing these expenses easier in the long run. It's also important to make sure you have life insurance. Both parents should have a life insurance policy in place to help cover expenses if one of you were to die unexpectedly. Plus, some life insurance policies are large enough to cover the cost of college. Insurance changes. Adding your child to your health insurance policy is typically the most affordable option when it comes to insurance. You have 30 days from the day your child is born to do this, ensuring everything from the birth is covered. This generally means that there will be an increase in the monthly premium, reducing the amount of your take-home pay. You can estimate your new paycheck using an online calculator so that you can adjust your budget accordingly. Number 6, make sure your little one is insured. Ensure that your little one is added to your health plan within the allocated time frame, so they're not stuck without health insurance. All those well visits add up, not to mention all the sniffles and scrapes that can happen during that first year. Saving for college. You should start setting aside money to cover college costs as soon as you decide to have a child. According to the Federal Reserve, 42% of those who attend college have incurred some debt from their education as of May 2018. And in recent years, student loan debt has become the second highest debt category for consumers. Getting out of debt may take priority over this for a short time, but saving for college through a 529 plan or a similar tool can help your child get off on a solid start without accumulating a lot of debt. The earlier you begin saving, the better the outcome will be for your child. Number 1, start that 529B college savings account. Give your child the opportunity to get a head start financially by starting a college savings account as soon as you can. The 529 allows you to save for their college tuition with considerable tax savings. Earnings in 529 plans are not subject to federal tax, and in most cases, state tax, as long as you use withdrawals for eligible college expenses. If you aren't sure about investing in a 529 account, set up an independent account in their names when you save money over 16 to 18 years. That'll go toward their college education. Planning for your children's future is a huge part of starting a family. Changes to your taxes. There are several tax benefits to having a child. When tax season comes around, you can claim an additional person on your taxes and may be able to claim a portion of expenses from both the child tax credit and the child independent care credit. Adjusting your flexible spending account. If your job offers a flexible spending account, you should take advantage of it, as you can have additional money withheld to cover the cost of daycare expenses. You and your spouse can each do this at work, and it will make some of the expenses come out pre-tax, lowering your taxable income. Housing changes. With more children comes the need for more space. Take time early on before having children to plan for the additional costs involved with having a child and determine just how much you can afford to spend on a new house. Once your children are school age, you may want to move to an area with a good school district, which often equates to living in a more expensive area. Number 10, don't move right away when starting a family. Often the next step after starting a family is to move into a bigger space. However, moving can be expensive, and your bigger space could cost you more money that could be used to bulk up your savings account if you can wait for a year or two. However, if your move will save you money, then you should absolutely do it. Changes to your budget. Your budget may change quite a bit as you plan for additional monthly costs like baby food, formula, and diapers. So it's important to plan in advance. Funding in other categories may need to increase as well, such as clothing or entertainment costs, and also educational resources such as tutor or music lessons. Taking the time to start planning for those things now will make it easier to adjust as your children get older. Ongoing lifestyle changes. There may be additional costs and lifestyle changes that you will need to account for, as things like taking a vacation or how much time you spend on hobbies will change. Some expenses also increase with time because you have an additional person. For example, buying an extra plane ticket when you go on vacation or additional food when you go out to eat. These changes may be minimal at first, but it is important to plan for them as they can add up and have a large impact. Top 10 financial tips for starting a family. Here are top financial tips to help your family's financial future and save money. Number 2, buy clothes on sale. You will find out when you start a family that babies outgrow clothing quickly. Most of the time, it's not worth buying full price. The good news is there's always a sale on baby clothing. And because you know they are constantly growing, you can purchase larger sizes as well. Consider making your own baby food. A food processor, some Pinterest baby recipes, and fresh organic fruits, veggies, and grains. That's all you'll need to whip up some amazing meals for your little ones as they transition into eating solid foods. And since you can make these meals in bulk and freeze them, you'll save a ton on baby food. Plus, you'll know exactly what you're feeding your baby. Use coupons. Baby coupons are everywhere. From furniture to clothing to food, there's pretty much a coupon for almost everything. All it takes is a quick Google search for the best coupon sites or sign up to be on your favorite store's mailing list. Using coupons is one of the easiest ways to save money when you start a family. Save money when you start a family by eating at home more. Trips to the ice cream shop and your favorite fast food spot add up fast. Cut down these visits and enjoy meals at home with your children instead. Make it fun by having ice cream at home or popcorn and pizza night. Try out the farmer's market. Most people don't realize that farmers markets can be a lot cheaper than the regular grocery store, by as much as 40% because they have much less overhead than the big brands. And the best part is that at the farmers markets, you can buy the freshest locally grown and also organic foods, saving money and supporting your local farmers community at the same time. Substitute toys and video games with home games and activities. Toys and video games can get really pricey. Instead, limit how much you buy and substitute them with activities at home and with homemade games. There are tons of fun things you can do at home on a budget. Don't forget to check Pinterest for ideas too. And with that, we've reached the end of this episode, all about 10 financial tips for when you start a family. Are you starting a family and found these tips helpful? Then get involved and let us know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed this one and found it helpful, remember to leave a like on the video and to subscribe to Living Fire for even more amazing videos just like this one. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.